Hello everyone, my name is Kid Lee, and it's time for another Star Wars The Old Republic news update. Now I'm sure as most of you are aware, the toxic general chat, or chat in general, is something that's always been a little bit of an issue in SWTOR, and it's something that continues to increase as time has sort of gone along. With BioWare's limited resources, they're not really able to do anything directly about it, and they've sort of handed that off to the players. Now, one question that's come up a bunch over the last couple of years and has come up again has actually been answered by the developers here recently. And that question is there a way to get an account-wide ignore feature in both directions to help manage and mitigate the toxic of the public chat channels? So the developers went on to say that an account-wide feature of this manner is something that they definitely like and they are going to look into. And sort of part two on that is they think they need to find a way to automatically clean up these lists for accounts that have been banned, such as the advertisers and gold spammers. So basically people are maxing out their current list in general, and we also need to find a way to clean that list out in addition to making it account-wide. So I thought that was pretty interesting that the devs are indeed going to look into that. There's a lot of quality of life improvements that could be made to this game, and I think items along these lines is definitely something that they need to look into. Now, another ongoing issue that's been happening that's sort of along these same lines is the exploiting and hacking within the Warzone. So, a question popped up. A right-click report feature for exploiting and hacking in Warzones that captures the necessary server logs to verify cheating that has occurred, so that that player is basically not required to stop playing in order to submit a ticket or a screenshot. That is a feature that would be really cool if they could add that to the game. The developers then responded that a right-click report feature for exploiting hacking in Warzones, not sure why they don't already have that, and the team will definitely go ahead and look into it. So, for those who don't know, if you don't play PvP, there's been a lot of issues with PvP for a long time, and again, it's an issue that continues to happen to this day. Whether or not it's actually getting worse or not, I couldn't tell you. But if they were able to create a much quicker system to report these players, I think that would really help overall. Basically, what the guy was saying is, right now, if you want to report these players, you have to stop playing the Warzone, you got to take screenshots, you got to write down their name, you got to write down what they're doing or whatever, and then later on, after the match is done, submit a ticket via in-game or forums or by some other means. If they can have some other way of doing it where it's just super, super quick, right-click on their name, report for whatever, maybe there's some drop-down options to sort of pick out or choose exactly what they're doing or not doing, I think that would be a much better system. But it kind of goes down to, all right, so if the developers are getting a bunch of these in-game requests, do they have somebody on their end who's actually going to have the time to look at all of these hundreds, if not thousands of reports, and then actually work through them and either ban them or suspend them or, whatever? If there's that much cheating going on, I don't know if BioWare would have somebody available to actually do that. I mean, that could potentially be a full-time job on its own. Again, depending on how much hacking and cheating is really going on. So I think only time will tell on that, and be interesting to see if they actually add that as an option in the future. Switching on over to two more news topics that are not toxic related. Somebody on the forums was asking the devs about sort of the status of the guild interface improvements, and the developers went on to say that it's something that's already on their list. They actually met with some players at the New York Cantina, and they followed up with a ton of ideas. They've had many discussions about guild management, along with additional ideas on guild engagement activities. They went on to say that it's not yet on their production schedule, but but it's an excellent quality of life improvement that they are definitely wanting to do at some point down the road. And then finally, the last news story of the day, and I know this has also been sort of a hot question, and that is the current Traitors storyline. Do we know when is it going to end? How long is it going to go? Is 6.0 going to have anything to do with it? And the developers have now said that the Traitor storyline will end with game update 5.9. So 6.0, whether it's an expansion or not, whatever it's going to be, is going to be a new thing. So I think overall that's going to make a lot of people happy. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen, sort of 4 quick little news topics. And that'll go ahead and do it for this video. So if you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. Thank you all so much for watching. And with that being said, everybody keep playing and have fun.